Cece pouts at Jaden, Louise stares at the wall, and Jaden looks down at her feet.
Has it always been like this?
Like what?
There seems to be a lot of tension.
No, it hasn't.
Then why? And when did it start?
Did you forget what Madison told you?
Probably.
After the accident, things got a lot worse.
How come?
I don't know. Does it really matter?
I suppose not. I'm going to my room.
See you for dinner.
Ford is sitting on his bed playing video games.
Hi, Ford.
Hey, Amber!
Always playing video games?
You should try games out one day.
You know, games aren't my thing. I prefer shopping.
That's so boring. And personally, I think that a certain someone may be your thing.
Ford! That's going too far. Lewis and I are just friends.
You knew who I was talking about then?
Who else have I had to hang out recently?
Fair enough. So, what do you want to do?
Mom says dinner is nearly ready.
What are we having?
Chicken curry, your favorite.
Yum! I'm gonna finish this round, and then I'll join you for dinner.
Games are an unhealthy addiction. See you at dinner.
Johnny's sitting in his chair. Kara slams the door open, glaring at him.
Stop slacking off!
What do you mean?
You can at least help me make dinner, but oh no, you never help with anything. You've always got your head in a book. Mom's lazy enough as it is, and I don't need you practically half asleep in a spinning chair.
I'd rather be lazy than a bully like you. No one had an excuse to bully, and at least you don't have your little lapdog anymore.
Michaela was not my lapdog.
You never really cared about her. You never really viewed her as a friend.
She was a friend.
Well, she seems to think otherwise, and by practically blackmailing her, you definitely didn't treat her as a friend. What person would blackmail their friend?
I didn't.
Now don't you start lying.
You could at least help me.
Why would I want to help you?
So that you're not a bully yourself?
I'd never be like you. Not helping you isn't mean. Especially when it's you.
What's wrong with me then?
I'm not even going to answer that. I think you know the answer.
I don't, but you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm going to appear right on Michaela's doorstep.
Kara!
Madison decides to meet up with Kelly and go out for dinner.
Hey, Mads.
Kels, thought I'd just need a quick getaway.
Fighting and arguing still happening?
Yes. There's just so much tension.
That must be hard.
That's the second time you said that, and it is, but I have to put up with it.
It shouldn't be like that, Mads.
But it is! How do I tell Mom and Cece to stop having a go at each other?
You can't force them to stop yelling, but you can convince them that having a go at each other isn't the answer.
How do I do that?
Just tell them that maybe they should fight their differences. You've all found it tough since the accident. Everyone reacts in different ways. You mostly get upset. Cece and Jalen take it out on each other.
Alright then, what's Lewis's reaction?
Well, he seems vulnerable and scared. That's expected, but he needs someone like Amber to cheer him up and make him believe that everything's okay.
Really?
Of course! What you've got to do is make sure that he actually does talk to Amber.
I can do that, easily.
Kara appears on Michaela's doorstep, ringing the doorbell.
Michaela.
Kara, what do you want?
Not much, but do you realize what you've done?
I haven't done anything.
Oh, you have. The whole school is talking about you and me now. You've cost me my reputation.
Your reputation was already bad.
Oh, but when you were around, people were scared of me. Some people even looked up to me, but now they don't.
That's not my problem or my fault.
Don't you dare say that it isn't your fault. We were a good crew, Michaela. We had a good deal.
It never was a good deal.
Oh, have you always thought that?
Yes, I have. But of course, I just had to nod along to avoid your wrath.
So you were unwilling.
Of course I was. Who would even want to work for a girl like you?
How dare you!
Madison returns home, unlocking the door and nodding silently at Jaden.
Hey, Mads. How are you doing?
Better, now that I've spoken to Kelly.
That's good. Lewis is in the living room.
Cool, I'll go talk to him.
Madison steps into the living room to talk to Louise.
Did you have a good time with Kelly?
I did. How are things at dinner?
We mostly remained in silence for the whole time.
That doesn't sound good.
I could sense the tension in the air.
I just wish that everything would go back to normal.
What is normal? And do you think it'll ever will?
Normal would be too much to explain, and to be honest, I don't think anything will be normal again.
Why?
Well, you can't remember a thing. Cece and Mum are always at each other's throats, and Kara's going to make everyone's lives a misery.
None of this is your fault, though, is it?
It feels like it is.
Why would it be, though?
Because I'm always the person caught in the middle.
But isn't that a good thing? If you're not the one fighting, you're not the one to blame.
Are you sure about that? What happened to you is probably my fault, too.
What? Why?
I could have helped you.
How? What even happened?
It doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to head to bed. See you in the morning, bright and early.
Fine, if you're sure.
Amber joins Ford on his bed.
Changed your mind?
Maybe. So, what sort of games do you like?
Anything, really. Action, horror.
I don't like the sound of horror. That creeps me out.
You don't have to play horror games. There are plenty of good games that aren't.
Sounds good.
And may I ask what you like about shopping?
Well, I like the idea of being able to express myself through what I wear and my clothing. So going shopping allows me to pick the perfect attire that I can wear, one that fits me.
That's pretty cool.
I know, right?
In your funny sort of way, you may have convinced me that shopping isn't so bad at all. It's clothes shopping you like then?
Definitely clothes shopping. Food shopping is boring unless you pile your trolley with high bars of chocolate.
What else interests you?
Firstly, having this conversation with you, because we've never really talked like this, especially about our interests, in depth. Secondly, having friends like Lewis. Thirdly, cycling sounds cool.
You just want to act cool in front of Lewis, that's why.
He doesn't even know how to cycle anymore.
Fair.
I've never gone on a bike before.
There's nothing special about it.
How old were you when you got on a bike?
About 5. There was nothing sort of special about it.
Maybe not to you, but Lewis seemed to like it.
Maybe you should try to cycle, but I can't guarantee that you'll be able to, especially if you've never gotten on a bike before.
How hard is it to learn?
It depends.
Kara stumbles back in the door and comes face to face with an angry Johnny.
So you went to Michaela's house?
Yeah, so?
You're so mean.
I can do what I want, Johnny. You can't tell me what to do.
I wasn't. I just said you were mean. Michaela's trying to get her head down and you're stopping her from doing so.
Not my fault and not my problem. Just as Michaela said.
You are a bad influence on that vulnerable girl.
Does it really matter?
Of course it does. She needs to not be held back by someone like you.
Does it look like I care?
I know you don't. I'm trying to tell you the truth from someone else's perspective.
Just shut up. I'm going upstairs and you're going to leave me alone.
I wish I was nice for once.